Stop wasting time clicking on individual cells in order to add up your data. I'm going to show you how to master 4 essential formulas in just 5 minutes using a real-world bakery spreadsheet. It's time to save you hours a week and dive right in. Okay, so here's what we're working with. 1 week of orders from a small bakery. Each row is 1 order. Every order has a product, a category, a dollar amount, and a status: delivered, pending, or canceled. And in the top right, 4 empty cells we're going to fill in: total sales, amounts entered, cake sales, and orders delivered. Each one takes 1 formula, so let's start with the most common one. First up is sum, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It adds up a range of numbers. Let's start by clicking on the cell where we want our total to appear. Now let's type an equal sign, sum, and an open parenthesis. Come down to your amounts, select the first one and drag all the way down to the last one. And you're going to see that it automatically puts in E2 to E13 for you. Close the parenthesis and press enter. Just like that, $489. The whole week is now totaled into the 1 cell. Now here's a tip. Start your range at the first number rather than the header row. A header won't break this formula, but keeping your ranges clean is going to save you the headache later on. Just trust me on this one. Now, here's the best part. Watch what happens when we change the baguette order from $12 to $30. The total updates on its own. Once the formula is in place, you never have to touch it again. And just like that, you have now used the sum formula. The second formula is count. Instead of how much, it's going to tell you how many. So same first step, click the cell where you want the answer. Type equal, count, and an open parenthesis. Now we're going to go back down and drag through the same column again, E2 to E13. Now we're going to close the parenthesis and press enter. Now you're going to notice we get 11, but we have 12 orders. So what exactly happened? If we look at the macarons, the amount says TBD, which is text, and count only counts numbers. If you want to count every cell that has anything in it, text included, you would then use the COUNTA instead. Same range, and it'll return 12 to you. So to review, count is for numbers, COUNTA is for anything that isn't empty. Now let's do SUMIF. It adds only the rows that meet a condition. For example, how much of our revenue came from cake? Click next to the cake sales. Then we're going to type in an equal sign, SUMIF, and our open parenthesis. This one takes 3 parts. First, where to look. So drag down the category column. Then we need what to match. So what we're going to do is type in a comma and then put cakes in quotation marks to look for it in that column. Third, what to add. So another comma, then drag down the amounts. Come back over, close your parenthesis, and press enter. $378, just from cakes. Notice the highlighted rows. Only the cake orders went into that number. Everything else was ignored. The most common SUMIF mistake is forgetting the quotation marks. Without them, you'll get an error instead of an answer. Anytime your condition is text, you're going to have to put it into quotation marks. This way, you get the number you need exactly when you need it. Now let's go to our final formula. The last formula is COUNTIF. It works just like SUMIF, but it counts the matching rows instead of adding them. Let's find out how many orders have been delivered. Click the delivered cell, type equal, COUNTIF, and open parenthesis. This one only takes 2 parts. Let's drag down the status column, add a comma, and then in quotation marks, let's put delivered. Then we're going to close the parenthesis and press enter. 8 of our 12 orders have been delivered. One thing to know, the text has to match. Capitalization doesn't matter, but a misspelling will give you a 0. So spell the condition exactly the way it appears in your cells. And here's where it all comes together. The wedding cake ships, so we mark it delivered. And the count updates to 9 all on its own. At this point, every cell in the summary is keeping itself up to date. And that's your finished dashboard. 4 questions, 4 formulas, and no manual math. To recap, sum adds, count counts, and adding if to either one of those filters it down to just the rows that you care about. If you're interested in trying this exact example, I'm going to leave a link to the sheet in the description of the video. Thanks again for watching the video, and I really hope you got some value out of it. We're going to be covering many subjects in the future, but if you want to see something specific, be sure to leave it down in the comments. This has been Sheets in 5. Thanks again, everybody. Until next time.